everyone.
Good evening.
Hope you all are
Good
doing well.
evening.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. And
Alhamdulillah.
how about you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Alhamdulillah.
Welcome to Cloud Infotech. This is Aisha Almas.
Almost.
Thank
Are
you.
you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, what we have done in a previous class, we have started our first module, that is Cloud Essentials. In Cloud Essentials, what we have done, the brief history of AWS and cloud, what is cloud computing, what are data centers, and the leading cloud providers, history of AWS, job roles, responsibilities of cloud engineer, and benefits of cloud computing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now we are going to learn the deployment model of cloud computing. Deployment model is basically the types of cloud computing. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's start the class. Now we are going to learn deployment model. So deployment model is basically the types of cloud computing. So there are four deployment models: public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, and hybrid cloud. Hope you are writing the notes, running notes.
Yes.
Okay. So please write some bullet points. So now what is private cloud? Private cloud is basically to own a self cloud. If you are a millionaire or billionaire, you can own your self cloud. If you're very like concerned about the security in public clouds, like what is public cloud? Public cloud can be accessed by everyone. Like we are accessing AWS account, right? AWS
Okay.
account, yes, AWS account is for everyone.
Mm.
That makes it a public cloud. So there is a security. There is only 85% of security in public clouds. So if someone is very concerned about the security, they can own their private clouds.
So is it basically for organization itself?
Private, yes,
Okay.
it's for organization.
Okay. Thanks.
If you are a millionaire or billionaire, you can own your self cloud. And what is
Uh,
public cloud? Public can access.
yes.
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 Okay. So what is hybrid cloud? The
Combination.
combination of
Mm.
private and public cloud. It's a
Yeah.
mixture. So in this cloud, partially partial information is stored on premises. That means on your company. And other partial information is stored at cloud. For example, I'm concerned about my security. So I can run my servers on cloud. But if I want to
Mm.
store the data, I can store the data in my company. Partial. This is known as
Okay.
hybrid cloud, combination of private and public cloud.
Cool.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
what is community cloud? Community cloud is for group of multiple companies like banks. Now, if one company cannot afford for private cloud, so there will be 10 companies, 10 private companies. They will contribute and they will create a community. It allows services to be accessible by group of organizations. Mostly banks use this community cloud. Is it clear?
Yes.
Community cloud is group of multiple companies, like 10 or 12 private companies. They will contribute and they will take community cloud. and the services can be accessible by only that organizations, only that companies. Is it clear? Types of cloud computing, the deployment models, public, private, hybrid, and community. Any doubts in this?
Can you repeat the community one?
No.
Sorry?
Can you repeat, ma'am, the community one?
Okay. Okay. So I'll repeat. What is private cloud? In private cloud, infrastructure is dedicated to only single organization and to own a self cloud. What is public cloud? Public cloud can be accessed by everyone. Access in public cloud, access to servers and devices is divided between multiple tenants. Multiple tenants are using one cloud, that is public cloud. And hybrid cloud is the combination of private and public. So in here, the partial information will be stored on premises and other partial information will be stored at cloud for security reasons. And what is community cloud? Group of multiple companies. It allows services to be accessible by group of organizations. Mostly banks use this community cloud. Is it clear?
The difference between the public and community, it will be like it's limited. Community level, it's limited. I mean, only few of the companies can access it. Public cloud means
Yes,
anyone.
anyone, public, the
Okay.
worldwide, anyone can access public cloud. But community cloud is only for small organizations. So only one company
Okay.
cannot afford private cloud. If a bank cannot afford private cloud because it's very expensive, right? So what they can do, they can split the money like in 10, like for example 10 banks. 10 banks are using only one cloud
Okay.
for security purpose and they split the money. It's a
Okay, can I
private.
ask one question on it?
Yes,
Is
yes.
it like when you say a bank, 10, let's say 10 banks, they're splitting the money on one cloud. Is it basically the same bank with different branches, or is it different
Different
banks?
banks in partnership, kind of a partnership.
Okay.
Different
Okay.
banks or different companies like
Different
Samsung
company.
or Samsung company, Apple company, Android company. They will group together for community
Okay.
cloud because owning a private cloud will be very expensive compared to contributing, splitting the money in 3 or 4 companies, right?
Yeah.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure?
Yes. Yes.
Can I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is not related to AWS. It's all cloud providers. So now service model of cloud computing. So a service model offered by the cloud provider as a service to their customers. So they can choose according to their business requirements. So there will be 3 service model: IaaS, that is infrastructure as a service, PaaS, platform as a service, and SaaS, that is software as a service. Now, what is IaaS? It offers infrastructure managed by AWS or Azure or any cloud provider. So it offers infrastructure as a service to customers so that customers will have full control over operating system or over network or server. The customers will have full control over infrastructure. They can install their apps by their own choice. Example, if I take the example of AWS, there is a service called EC2. where you can choose your own operating system. You can choose your own hard disk, RAM, CPU. If you want Windows, you can choose Windows. If you want Linux, you can choose Linux. How much MB, how much RAM. You will have full control over operating system and over infrastructure. You can choose your own network as well. So cloud providers provides the infrastructure as a service to customers so that customers will have full control over operating systems. And is it clear what is IaaS? It's a customized model which can set up by their own customers, and it is mostly used by multinational companies. IaaS. You can choose these services according to your business requirement. If you want if your company needs infrastructure, so you can go with infrastructure as a service. All cloud providers provides this infrastructure as a service or platform as a service or software as a service. Is it clear? IaaS?
Yes.
It provides infrastructure as a service to the customers so that customers will have full control over the operating system or over the infrastructure. 80% will be managed by customers and 20% will be managed by AWS in infrastructure as a service. Now, what is platform as a service? It offers a platform to a customers. For example, mainly developing program. It provides platform to develop programs. And here 80% will be managed by AWS and 20% will be managed by customers. It is mostly used by software companies. For example, Java. Do anyone know Java here?
Yeah.
Little knowledge.
So, so if you want to do Java programming, you need a platform. Like you need to install some software like Visual Studio Code or JDK Kid. You
Yes.
need to install for doing coding.
Coding.
Yes. Similarly, here this cloud providers provides the platform for mainly for developers to develop program so that 80% will be managed by AWS and 20% will be managed by customers. In PaaS, you everything is managed by AWS, like operating system, servers, networks, backups, everything is managed by AWS. They are just providing platform to the customers. Whereas in IaaS, you will have full control over the infrastructure.
Okay.
And this is used by multinational companies, and platform
Mhm.
as a service is mainly used by software companies. Is it clear?
Yes.
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 And now, what is software as a service? It offers the software as a service to customers. It is mainly for end users. Do you know what is end users?
Who will use
Who uses
Yes.
Who uses the
uses
software?
the software.
Like Flipkart application. If you are using the Flipkart application, then you will call it as an end user of Flipkart
user?
application. Similarly, here all cloud providers provides the software as a service to customers. Here
Okay.
you don't no need to bother of deploying or maintaining the infrastructure, nothing. Just you need to, they will provide you a software. You just click the software and you can use that software. For example, Gmail, Google, YouTube, Zoom, these all are softwares, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We are end users. We are using that software just with one click.
Mm.
We don't need to maintain the infrastructure. We don't need any platform. Just we need a software. Is it clear?
Yes.
The three service models according to the business requirement, we can choose any service. whether it be IaaS or PaaS or SaaS. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Can I proceed?
Yes.
Yes.
Any doubts
No doubts.
in service model and in deployment model? No doubts?
No doubts.
Okay, thank you. So now we will be learning global infrastructure of AWS. Global infrastructure of AWS. How many regions AWS has? Anyone?
32.
32, I think.
Yes, 32 regions. Now, for example, this is one region. In each region, there will be 3 availability zones. And 1 edge location. For example, this is a region, Ohio. This is Ohio region. In each region, there will be 3 availability zones. Availability zone A, availability zone B, and availability zone C. And 1 edge location. So in each availability zones, there will be multiple data centers. These are data centers. Either it can be 50 data centers or 10 data centers or 100 data centers or 500 data centers in each availability zone. And every data, like in every region, in every availability zones, you will get the power supply and internet from different resources. This zone gets power supply and internet from different resources, and this availability zone gets from different resource, and this availability zone get power supply and internet from different resources. So if my data is stored in A, availability zone A, and there is a power supply problem or internet problem in zone A, so my data will be copied in availability zone B, which makes the data which makes high durability, that is 99 11 nines, right?
Mm.
For this
Yes.
reason they have created the
11
availability
lines.
zones. So if something happens to availability zone A, the data will be in availability zone B
This
or
one,
C.
okay.
Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
In each region, 3 availability zones, and in each availability zones, there will be multiple data centers and 1 edge location. There are 32 regions. In 32 regions, there will be 32 edge locations. So what's the use of these edge locations? Content caching. Content caching or replicating or copying. For example, I'm typing www.netflix.com. Here I'm in Hyderabad and I'm typing www.netflix.com. How many seconds it took me to get this page? 0.1 second.
Yes.
In fraction of seconds, I got the page of Netflix, right?
Right.
Yes.
So there are regions like this is USA region, this is India, this is Africa, this is UK, and this is Dubai. And in USA, I have developed an application in USA. For example, Netflix application. I have developed a Netflix application in USA. If USA users type www.netflix.com, they in millisecond, in fraction of seconds, they will get the page of Netflix. But if in Africa region, if any user type www.netflix.com, it takes 10 seconds for him to get the page.
Okay.
Similarly, in India, it takes 40 seconds to get the page. In Dubai, it takes 10 seconds. In UK, it takes 20 seconds. So the public users need to wait for that 10 seconds or 20 seconds or 30 seconds. We will get irritated, right? If we need to wait.
Yes.
I'm in India. I'm typing www.netflix.com and it's loading. It's taking 20 seconds or 40 seconds to me to get that page. I will get irritated, right?
Of course.
Yes. So to avoid that, they have created the edge locations. So in edge locations, they will copy the first page, the first page of the application. This is known as web page. So all the web contents of the first page will be copied or replicated to all 32 regions. So in any region, if anyone types this website, this netflix.com, they will get the page in 0.1 second, millisecond. Is it clear?
Yes.
Edge locations is basically for content caching or content replication. So it will copy only just the first page. It will copy the first page in in all 32 regions, so that we'll get the page in fraction of seconds. Is it clear why edge locations are used?
Yes.
This is known as global infrastructure of AWS. So there are 32 regions. In all 32 regions, you will have the same edge locations, same availability zones, 3 availability zones, and 1 edge location.
But, ma'am,
All 32 regions. But
are we talking when you said to replicate the first page? Is it like
yes.
when I even the other pages, like I hit a link and it goes to the other page? Is it
Mm-hmm.
with the same amount of seconds it replicates?
Yes. Yes. Same amount
Okay.
of seconds. In order to make the application the performance fast, will replicate all the first web contents to all the 32 regions.
Okay.
So that performance will be high. So in every region, in 31 regions, you will have 3 availability zone and 1 edge location. But in North Virginia, you will have 6 availability zones. Availability zone A, B, C, D, E, and F. Why? Because AWS has started in North Virginia. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Global
Yes.
infrastructure of AWS. In North
Yes.
Virginia, you will have 6 availability
In the
zones
three
and 1
zones.
edge location. But in
And one
other regions, you will
and
have
one
3 availability zones.
6 availability zone and one you said
1 edge location
edge location. Okay.
in North Virginia.
In North Virginia.
This is North Virginia. In North Virginia, you will have 6 availability zones. and one edge location. Edge location is for content caching. And in each availability zone, you have multiple data centers. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Global infrastructure of AWS. This is the painting of North Virginia. Is it clear?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes.
And
In India, you said two locations, right? Two regions are there, right?
yes, two
Hyderabad and
regions,
Mumbai.
Mumbai and see, region
Okay.
is different, availability zones are different. Region, there are 32
Yeah.
regions. Africa,
Yeah.
UK, Dubai, Ohio, North Virginia,
Different
Bombay, Hyderabad.
countries.
Yes,
Yeah.
not countries.
Well,
It's
regions. Okay.
yes, regions. So in
Like
each region
locations.
there will be three availability zones, and in
Mm.
each availability zones there will be multiple data centers. That data centers
Yes.
get power supply, routers, internet from different resources. Is
Mm.
it clear?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I proceed?
Yes.
Now, what is shared responsibility model? Let's understand this with an example. I'm the owner, and let's say Farheen is a renter, owner and renter. If there is a problem of water, who is responsible, owner or renter?
Owner.
Honor.
Owner, right?
Owner.
Owner. Okay. If there is a problem of fan, who is responsible?
Renter.
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 Rental.
Yes. Similarly, here AWS team will be responsible for maintaining the network, servers, operating systems, power supply of their own data centers. And customers will be responsible for their own application and data. So this is known as shared responsibilities between AWS team and customers. 50% will be maintained by AWS team and other 50% will be maintained by customers. Like
Okay.
AWS maintains the network servers and power supply and internet operating system, and customers will be responsible of their own application and data. For example, EC2 is a service to launch the server. So they are responsible for providing the customers the service. By using that service, we are launching the server. On that server, we are running our application. They are providing the service.
Okay.
Customers are using that service and running their application on that service. So basically, both are responsible for their own application. Like customers are responsible for application and data, maintaining the application and data, and Amazon is responsible for maintaining the network servers and operating systems.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Mhm.
Yes, clear. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Shared responsibility.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Sumaya, can you explain what is shared responsibility?
Like there, like AWS will have a certain amount of responsibility, while the customers will have a certain amount, like a 50-50% share. Like Amazon, AWS will have the responsibility of network service, power supply, internet, and operating system, while the customer will have the responsibility of their applications and data.
Data. Very good. So any doubts in this?
No.
Others?
No, ma'am.
Okay, can I proceed? Can I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now the next topic is pricing factor, like how AWS actually charges to the customers. Mainly, AWS charges based on 3 factors: computing, storage, and data transfer. Computing is operating, right? Operating the service. For example, EC2 service. If EC2 server is running, if the server is running, then AWS will charge. But if the service is stopped or terminated, then AWS will not charge.